What's going on, everybody? Welcome into Ravens Rundown. I'm your host, Joey Petersen. And before we get into my overreaction, because I got a lot of thoughts for you guys on last night's game, go ahead and hit that sub button for me. We'll be live for every single game this season. You get a video every single day of the week. There's not a place on YouTube that covers the Ravens quite like we do here on Ravens Rundown. So hit that sub button. Join the over 18,000 people already subscribed. Let's get into my overreaction. My takeaways, my thoughts. Number one, and again, these are overreactions. So this is something I'm feeling in the moment. We might not wake up tomorrow or the day after and feel this way, but this is how I'm feeling right now. My first question, is there a coaching problem? You come into this game, you have a whole offseason to prepare, you have a whole training camp to prepare, and there's just sloppy mistakes, okay? Tackles aren't lined up where they're supposed to be. There's stupid penalties. You just keep shooting yourself in the foot. And I'm not going to blame Ronnie Stanley and Roger Rosengarten getting, the illegal formation penalties. I'm not going to blame that on John Harbaugh. But I also have to question, okay, you know that the NFL is calling that rule a little tighter this year. You know that's a little different than it has been in years past. How are your guys going into this game not knowing that? Not lining up the right way, okay? And then after it happens once or twice, okay, it's on them. But it happened very early. I want to say the first play of the game was an illegal formation. Is there a coaching problem? All these dumb penalties. Is there a coaching problem? All these silly little mistakes. It just seemed like it was a lot of one step forward and then a lot of 3 steps back after that. All night long, right? You get a stop, and then you commit a penalty. You get a first down, and then you commit a penalty. So just something to note, something to question. What's your confidence level in the Ravens this season? After last night, did it change it a lot? I don't know if it changed it to me, because at the end of the day, you're within a toe, literally a toe, from having a chance to beat the defending Super Bowl champions on the road, in their home, the night they're celebrating their Super Bowl victory. So I think I'm still sitting at about a 90. I'm still really confident in this team. You let me know down there in the comment section. My second takeaway, my second overreaction, can Lamar be the guy? Simple question, really. Can he be the guy? Because you played someone last night who it's very obvious he can be the guy. You played someone last night, it's very obvious, I hate to say it, he is the guy in Patrick Mahomes. And Lamar had a lot of opportunities last night to be the guy. And he didn't necessarily step up. He showed a lot with his legs, a lot of really great stuff with his legs, like he always does. That's what separates him from every quarterback in the NFL, and that's what's going to separate him from every quarterback in the NFL for the rest of his playing days. But at some point, you need to hit receivers. With 20 seconds left in the game, and you got a wide open Isaiah Likely in the corner of the end zone, you got to hit him. With 10 seconds left in the game, and you got a wide open Zay Flowers in the end zone, you got to hit him. I don't care if you're scrambling to the right and throwing across your body. You're held to a higher standard. You're a 2-time MVP. There's not much more you can add to your resume than you already have on it, except a Super Bowl. Can he be that guy to lead you to a Super Bowl? Because Super Bowl winning quarterbacks make those throws. Super Bowl winning quarterbacks don't overthrow receivers when they've got to beat on the corner. They don't underthrow them when they've got to beat on the corner. And you saw that a couple times from Lamar last night. It was far from his best game passing the football, but it was also far from his worst game passing the football. And so that's a question. Can he be that guy? I think so. He's got 16 more games to prove it. Let's see if he does. Before we move on to my last takeaway, my last overreaction from tonight, I gotta give a shout out to the sponsor of today's video, and that, of course, is Game Time. If you're excited that the season's finally here and want to get tickets to the big game locked down, you're going to want to give Game Time a shot. Game Time is the only place I go when I'm trying to get tickets to any college football or NFL game. Game Time has a new feature called Game Time Picks that makes getting tickets to see your favorite teams play live even easier. Game Time Picks filters out the fluff to show you only incredible deals on great seats, so you don't have to waste time searching through thousands of tickets. The tool highlights the best deals, including great and amazing deals, which are the highest value seats at the time. For some events, Game Time Picks also identifies a super deal, which is the best seat in the value in the venue. I personally love the Game Time Picks part of it. I love the last minute tickets part of it, but I love most is the fact that you can see the views from your seat. That never gets old to me, right? You get the overview of the stadium, you click in, and then boom, you're seeing exactly what you will be seeing when it comes to Game Time before you even buy the ticket. So head on over to Game Time. Take the guesswork out of buying tickets with Game Time. Download the Game Time app, create an account, and use code CHATSPORTS for $20 off your first purchase. Terms apply. Again, create an account and redeem code CHATSPORTS for $20 off. Download Game Time today. What time is it? It's game time. So you heard my first two, and they're on a more negative note. How can they not be, though, right? You saw a lot of negative in that game. My last one, though, we're going positive. Isaiah Likely, not can be, no question about it, he will be a star. He might already be a star. What you saw him do last night, and I know he was a toe away, but you can't blame the guy for having big feet, right? You know what they say about big feet. Anyway, he was so close to making the highlight play, but he already technically had the highlight play of the game before that. With that little 49-yard touchdown run, the boop at the end of it, he's a star. He was the guy Lamar found the most. He was the guy that had the most yards. He was the only receiver or pass catcher with a touchdown tonight. He looks, guys, like the tight end one of this offense. He does. And I'm a big Mark Andrews guy. I really like Mark Andrews. But Isaiah Likely gives you something that Mark Andrews doesn't. He gives you that run after the catch ability. Mark Andrews wouldn't have been able to take that 12-yard reception to a 49-yard touchdown, right? And he Likely made a fantastic catch on that last play of the game. I know he was out of bounds. I know he was. We saw it enough on the replay. But man, what a catch by Likely. What a game by Likely. What a little coming out party by Likely. And it makes you think, okay, we said this. We said we need Rashad Bateman or Nelson Aguilar to step up to be wide receiver 2 on this team. Because we knew Zay Flowers was without a doubt the wide receiver 1 on this team. But now it makes you question, do they? Do they need to do that? Because you might have a wide receiver 2 and your tight end 1. Or your tight end 2, however you look at it. Isaiah Likely might just be that guy. He might be a star. I think he is a star. What a performance for him. And I want you guys to pick it for me, okay? Pick a tight end out of these two. Are you going with Mark Andrews or are you going with Isaiah Likely? I think after tonight, I might be going with Isaiah Likely. Might be dramatic, but hey, that's why we call this an overreaction. Thanks so much for joining me, guys. I hope you've slept off last night's loss well. I hope you wake up fresh and recharged. And at the end of the day, you got 16 games left. You got one of the best quarterbacks in the NFL. The Ravens are going to be just fine, and I'll be here all season long to cover it. So make sure you hit that subscribe button. And you guys have a wonderful Friday.